This is Jonathan Agoff here for Pro Boxing Fans. Delighted to be joined by Johnny Nelson over Zoom. 2 weeks ago now, I think it was, Frank Warren sent a proposal to Eddie Hearn and Sky Sports about some cross-promotional fights. What was your thoughts on the proposal?
It's a great idea on paper. I used to be with Frank Warren used to be my promoter. Do not ever write Frank Warren off. Do not underestimate him. He's a really good promoter, and in his day he was the best. Now you've got the young line against the old line, as in young Eddie against old Frank. So Frank's trying to, you know, I'd look at this if I was Eddie and think, let me weigh this thing up. How is this going to benefit my outfit, my fighters? So as a fight fan, you say, yes, I want to see these fights. Are they going to happen? Who benefits out of these fights? Does Eddie have to do these fights? Could Eddie just wait and let these fights step across to Matchroom or vice versa and put the show on himself? You know, that's how you basically cut out the opposition. Or Eddie is actually interested in the idea of the fight. So this is business. This is blue-collar business. But it was great headlines. I don't know how much of it will come to fruition, but it was great headlines.
One fight we know that's hopefully going to take place outside of sort of Matchroom, but on Frank's side, is Daniel Dubois and Joe-Joyce. Thoughts on that fight? Very intriguing.
Yeah, no, I'm a fan of both fighters. My only worry for Joe-Joyce is he gets hit too much. Even though he's got a granite chin, he gets hit too much. And if you're in with a big puncher, then no matter how tough you are, no matter how tough your chin is, you know, you get hit right in the right spot, you're going to go. So I think, to me, I'm like, wow, that's a big shout. Because Joe-Joyce can fight, he can take a shot. Dubois, he's still untested. He's still on, you know, there's still a lot of learning to go through there. But this is Frank. Frank's his time is always excellent, so he's just on point. So if he's set this fight up, he knows he's probably weighed up the odds and how this fight should go about.
Obviously, Mike Tyson, Roy Jones is set for November. What do you make of those two coming out in an exhibition fight? What do you make of that?
Well, if they're both training, both keeping fit, and it's an exhibition fight, why not? You know, what happens is in most sports, you have a Masters tournament where the old boys have a little flick about it. The problem with boxing is you're getting punched in the head. I can't see Mike Tyson holding his shots back. So for that exhibition, that's a dangerous exhibition, I think. And I know, you know, Mike Tyson probably got a good 4 rounds in him, where he's on it, but then your age catches up on you. And so that's why it's an exhibition bout, and let's keep it as an exhibition. And people don't get gassed and thinking these guys will come back in the mix and fight the likes of Fury, Wilder, Joshua, and White. No, these guys are just dipping their toe in their water, in their lane, because they understand where they are.
Do you think, is that sort of a trait of a fighter that when sort of it all passes, you've been fighting for ever since you can remember, that temptation to come back, does that ever leave you?
Never leave you. You can be 86 years old and think, I'm gonna have one more fight. And the British Boxing Board of Control or one of your parents. No, you're not. I'm not going to give you a license. No, you're not. So forget it. So we've got to be safe from ourselves. We all still think we can still fight. We're just gone.
Have you ever been tempted in all the years you've been retired?
Yeah, once. And it wasn't to come back for a career. It was to come back just for one fight. But I'm quite sure if that fight did happen and I won, I'd be tempted to having another one and having another one. So that temptation is there, and it always will be there. But it depends on where you are in life to see how you can step away from the temptation.